All right, so we'll call to order the City Council special meeting for July 20th, 2021. The clerk will call the roll to record attendance. Councilor Anderson Burgos. Councilor Bartley.
Here.
Councilor Graney.
Here.
Councilor Hernandez. Councilor Leahy. Councilor Lavorne Martinez. Councilor Lisi.
Here.
Councilor McGee here. Councilor McGivern.
Here.
Councilor Murphy.
Here.
Councilor Sullivan.
Present.
Councilor Tallman.
Here.
Councilor Vacan.
Here.
All right, stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
God bless America.
In the city of Holyoke.
God bless Zoom.
Council.
God bless you. Yeah.
No blessings.
Yeah, we had some scheduling conflicts here, so that's why I couldn't be down at the chambers tonight. Plus, I just got out of the dentist office, so I apologize. With that, we do have a few things for the agenda tonight. Item 1 is to receive proposals for the American Rescue Plan Act. Motion be receive and
Refer to the DGR.
refer to DGNR.
Second. So moved.
Just under discussion?
Yeah, Councilor Bartley, was that
Yes,
you?
Yeah, we will take this up Monday, July 26th. Meeting starts at 6:30 PM, though we won't get to it till a little bit later on in the agenda, but we will take it up then.
Okay, so for those at home, Councilor Bartley, DGR committee will take it up July 26th at 6:30, but somewhere between 6:30, a little after 6:30.
Mr. President?
So to DGNR, all those in favor?
I think you have a counselor.
Aye.
Item 2 is an appointment
you had-
letter for
you
Ms.
had-
Penny.
President?
Mr. President,
I just wanted to make a comment relative to the
Oh,
proposals that are going to
Okay,
committee.
Councilor Vacan? Sorry about
And-
that.
And I only just wanted to make the comment for consideration of the committee, and I hope to attend the meeting, that I hope will give strong consideration to infrastructure projects, because I think that will benefit most in the city for the longest period of time. Thank you.
Just a point of order?
Yeah, Councilor Bartley.
Yeah, just through the chair to Jeff. Jeff, you have the proposals, and you're going to email them to us?
I received them electronically last week.
You sent them, didn't
Did
you?
you-
I
did you
think
send-
they were sent out by Alicia last week.
I missed them. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, everyone should have a copy. If not, we can get it back out to you, but I know Alicia sent out an email with everything.
Mr. President?
Yeah,
I'd like to
Councilor
get-
Graney?
I'd like to get hard copy of that, please.
Okay.
I'll
We'll ask
print it
for a
out for
hard
you.
copy to get to you.
If I can,
Anyone further?
I'm getting a text that the TV signal is down and people can't get into the meeting. I'm not
Is
sure
that-
what that means.
Jeffrey, can you check that, or?
Yeah, I'll reach out to Scott.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right, so that was sent to DGNR for July 26th. Number 2 was the appointment letter for the acting director of Wisteriahurst Museum.
Make
Please
a
be
motion to
advised that appoint a position for acting for Wisteriahurst Museum effective July 20th, which would be today. Salary range from $64,014. Appointment shall remain in place until the city council has elected a director of Wisteriahurst to fill the vacancy. At such point, she'll return to her position as curator and city historian. That's from Acting Mayor Murphy.
Make a motion, we receive the appointment and to confirm the appointment for the acting mayor.
second.
Motion is receive and confirm the appointment. Councilor Murphy, Acting Mayor Murphy, anything to add, or?
Well, first of all, I appreciate the council coming and taking care of this. The former director, Kate Preisler, has been hired to assist with trying to handle the administration and compliance with the ARPA money at the Community Development Office, and she recommended Penny to become the acting director. Penny will not be applying for the full-time job. She wants to stay in her current position once this has happened. So we have started the process of opening up applications for the new Wisteriahurst director. So if we can do this, she will have the pay as the acting director and get paid for doing that job while still trying to keep up with her other work. So I think she's taken on added responsibility, knowing, and she's gone over with Kate Preisler, the issues that are coming, in several of them which are prevalent in terms of making the building totally safe for visitors to come back in. So I just hope the council will adopt it. Again, she's agreed that she's not going to apply for the full-time job, so she's really doing us a significant benefit by becoming the acting director if we allow it.
Councilor McGee?
Counselor Leahy.
Yeah, hey, good evening. If through the chair, do you know where she's going? Did she give you any indication where she's going to? Kate?
Kate Preisler, she's actually working now in our community development office.
Oh, okay.
She-
I would think she's a great employee. And
Yes, and we were very impressed.
Yeah, okay.
And, you know, there are so many, with the $14.9 million each year, the compliance and the auditing has become that much more, plus the number of programs that, I mean, we've got 60 some odd proposals that are being proposed that are requiring much more follow-up. So she's now the fourth person in the community development office.
Excellent.
It's almost going back to when Councilor McGivern and I were young. I was younger than he was at one time, but we had, I think community development had 6 or 7, but we used to get a lot more money. And now with this additional money and these additional programs, we just needed that extra person. She applied and she got it, so.
All right, thank you, Councilor Murphy. Thank you, Todd.
Mr. President, if I could,
Counselor McGivern.
I made the motion because the reason this is before us this evening is obvious, is that Mayor Murphy is the acting mayor, and any personnel decision has to come back towards us. Typically, a mayor could appoint an acting person to fill the vacancy until a permanent one was chosen. You know, down the road, I believe we still have a shot at whoever confirming the permanent choice of the mayor. So it makes sense that with the person being part of Wisteriahurst now to keep the continuity going.
Yep. Anyone further? So motion is to receive, adopt, and confirm the appointment. All those in favor?
All right?
Aye.
All those opposed? So that passes. Last on the agenda is a grant acceptance for the MassDOT Shared Streets and Space Program. In accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 44, Section 53A, the City Council hereby accept provisions of the Safe Street and Path Project, $73,100 no match grant, and authorize to set the funds. Motion. For
Motion
this one?
received for the Committee on Finance.
Second.
And
Motion.
if we could.
Counselor Murphy first.
If we could, I'd like to, I know the city engineer touched base with me, because this was the last item on the special meeting. I didn't have it. He touched base with me hours after I filed the special meeting to ask me if I could put this on. I know there are some time pressing issues, that it has to be totally completed by December 31st, I believe, but there were some other issues. So I've asked our city engineer if he would to sit in, and going to committee may work out fine with him as long as we take it out by August 3rd, but I would like to give him the opportunity to address the council if that's possible.
All right, so hold on,
Motion is-
Counselor Tallman first, then we'll suspend the rules to take up Bob.
If I could,
Yeah,
Mr.
thank you, Mr.
President.
President. I saw this item on the agenda, and I talked to, I called Mike McManus today about it. And it does seem like there's a time frame that it would be prudent to us to vote on this tonight, because it's a possibility of losing some of this funds with the work. I guess all the work's going to be done in-house. Some of this has to do with the lights. The fire department's going to do some of the work, the crosswalks, and it's something about ordering supplies. But I'd like to hear from Mr. Parent. He said that he would be here tonight. Mike had another
He's here.
commitment.
He's here.
Oh, Mike is here? Okay.
Yeah. No, Bob's here. Bob's.
Oh, Bob, yeah,
President,
right.
if
I'd
I
like to hear from Bob. He said he would be here, but Mike had a commitment tonight because I had some questions. But it sounds as though this, it might be too late, and we may lose out on the funding if we wait till August 3rd, so.
So motion would be to suspend the rules to allow Bob to
could, Mr.
answer
President.
questions.
Second?
All right, did someone have a question
I
before
do.
that?
Mr. President,
Councilor
Councilor
McGivern?
McGivern,
Counselor McGivern?
I take back my God bless Zoom. The reason I made the motion to refer to committee is the finances meeting on August 2nd with a relatively short agenda, plenty of time to look at this grant. We don't even have a copy of the grant here in chambers. This is, I saw it on the agenda. I just guessed it was going to committee, And I learned out this, and I'm sure there are time constraints, and I'm sure I understand that time constraints are important, but could we at least get a copy of the grant before we vote on something is my point. We're meeting in 2 weeks, August 2nd. We have a full city council meeting on August 3rd. We can take care of it and get it out of committee for August 3rd and let the full city council vote on it.
Mr. President?
Yeah, Councilor Graney.
Yeah, I agree with Councilor McGivern. Let's take a look at the grant before we vote on it. And I have confidence that the Finance Committee is very efficient, so we'll have time to do it. Thank you.
Yep. I know Bob's here to answer any questions other than getting the copy of the grant. So motion was seconded to suspend the rules to allow him to speak. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Good evening, Bob. How are you?
Good evening. Great. Just a couple of things I did want to point out. The main reason we're concerned about schedule is that this grant is primarily funding the purchase of equipment that city staff will be installing. And given everything that we're seeing with lead times and equipment these days, we're expecting to see a 12 to 16 week lead time, which starts to push completion of this project very close to the December 31st deadline. So that's really the primary motivation, is to try to get as much time as possible, knowing that we're going to be up against manufacturers who are only slipping more and more with schedules than as opposed to being able to produce equipment on a very timely turnaround these days because of the demand and because of where the economy is right now. I did want to know one thing, which is the standard question: is there any match? And it's already been noted that there's no match. And I'll note that this is even better than a no match grant. In the event that the council votes to approve acceptance of the grant at some point, the DOT wire transfers the money to our account. We don't even have to request reimbursement. A couple of weeks after contract is signed, the money shows up on our account, and all I have to do is provide a report at the completion of the project. So we don't risk getting into a deficit situation where we're having issues with grant reimbursements that we've seen on some other projects in the city.
And August, Councilor McGivern brought up that August 2nd would be the finance meeting. Then August 3rd, we'll have our full meeting. Is that sufficient?
Like lots of things, more is always better than less, but we'll do whatever we have to do, and hopefully the manufacturers can do what they need to do so that we can meet that deadline.
Councilor Hernandez, you're next.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I tend to agree with Councilor Tallman that this is a grant that is not, that we don't have any danger in falling into deficit with, and taking into consideration how the economy is with the COVID-19 and the delays with the manufacturing and all the deliveries and whatnot, and supplies. I think that we should be safe to move forward tonight with a vote. Thank you.
Anyone further?
Could I just ask one question?
What, Councilor Murphy?
Yeah, Bob, if we don't complete the project, if we don't get all of the equipment installed by December 31st, what's the penalty?
I'll be honest, it's probably a relatively low risk. DOT thus far has been relatively forgiving on the grant that we currently have, so it will probably as much be a weather issue, that as we're pushing the December deadline, and if we get into very cold winter weather conditions, it will be difficult, even if the equipment shows up on December 1st perhaps, to install it. But we don't know. We don't know what the winter is going to bring this year. It is unlikely that DOT pulls the money back because they have no mechanism, quite honestly, to pull it back. So again, it's placed in our bank account. We have to report on it and confirm that it's been spent on what it was intended to be spent for.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone further? So the motion was to send to finance. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed?
No.
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 I'd say it's close. Do
Roll
a
call.
roll call because I can't count from the screen in the chamber. So do a roll call to send to finance. I'll go down in order. Anderson Burgos.
No.
Bartley.
No.
Graney.
Yes.
Councilor Hernandez.
No.
Leahy,
Yes.
Councilor Martinez, Councilor Lisi.
No, I'm here.
No.
Council Martinez is here.
I'm here.
Here.
Oh, I apologize, I didn't have her. So Councilor Martinez?
No.
Okay, thank you. Councilor McGee, yes. Councilor McGivern?
Yes.
Councilor Murphy?
No.
Councilor Sullivan?
Yes.
Councilor Tallman?
No.
Councilor Bacon?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes. The rest were no. So it doesn't go to finance. Would we want motion to receive, adopt, pass the first reading?
So moved.
Under discussion,
Mr.
anyone?
President?
Councilor McGivern,
McGivern.
was that you?
Yes. I have a lot of questions, so I'm going to be voting no on this grant this evening, and if we want to put this in finance, I ask other people to consider voting no. You do need a 2/3 vote to pass this on the same evening as received. Again, we don't even have a copy of this grant in front of us. I heard it's $73,000. I trust our city engineer, I trust our superintendent of DPW. It's got nothing to do with that, but this is the first I've heard of this evening. I'm asking this go to committee. I cannot vote in favor of something I haven't even read.
Mr. Chairman,
Counselor.
Councilor Graney.
I will not vote for this. I have not read the grant. I won't vote on anything I haven't read. Thank you.
I'll make a
Anyone
motion to
further?
reconsider our past action.
Councilor Murphy.
I'll make a motion we reconsider our last vote.
Second.
Motion is to reconsider to send to finance. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed?
No.
No.
So the ayes have it to reconsider. So the motion would be to send to finance. Is that the motion now?
Yep.
Yes.
Second.
All right. And
Second.
that second motion to send to finance. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed?
No.
I'll do a roll call for it. So Councilor Anderson Burgos,
No.
Councilor Bartley,
Yes.
Councilor Graney,
Yes.
Councilor Hernandez,
No.
Councilor Leahy,
Yes.
Councilor Von Martinez,
No.
Councilor Lisi,
Yes.
Councilor McGee, yes. Councilor McGivern,
Yes.
Councilor Murphy,
Yes.
Councilor Sullivan,
Yes.
Councilor Tallman,
No.
Councilor Bacon.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it goes to finance. Is there anything further? I don't have anything else on the agenda. Motion would be to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 All those opposed? All right, good evening, everyone.
I just want to thank you all for coming. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a good night.